Good morning. We're in the month of November already. Oh, boy. If you notice, take a look at this little APE 50 and set it beside a big tractor. You'll get the perspective of how big this tractor is. Yeah, good old Boss Hoss. I don't have it all the way up to the Boss Hoss mode, but it's there if I so choose. We are going to plant poppy today. This is episode 12 of the Lavender Hills Farm. New Hope by David Merriman. And today's shout out goes to will be wait for Hiddenpants. And I'm over in the rice field already. Let's get some lights on the subject. We're headed toward our destination, Midfield, freshly made. I think we'll go this way. I still haven't got that stump found out yet. And I think we're going to start right here. Ready to open it up. We will be hiring a worker. I'm going to mow some more grass for our next field creation. Alright. Bring this up. This will tell us how many acres of poppy we get planted. Alright. A worker up and down. Start with and then finish off with the headland. No skip lines. Okay. We're going to hire the worker. Alright, do we need to roll this? Probably. Maybe. Yes, we are going to need to roll this field. It's partially fertilized, partially mulched. Eventually we'll have a full mulch on the field eventually. What an awesome sunrise that is. It'll be cloudy today here on the farm. We want to take a look at something. We're going to have to go into Brand's Fort. If I can remember. P, I think it is. I think it's this one right here. Alright. Now, what's the difference between the two? It's the question. Um, Take a look at this. Big bags trailer, wood transport, low loaders, bale trailer, swivel pallet trailer, tanks trailer, big bags trailer, wood transport, low loaders. What's the difference? We're going to go with the swivel pallet trailer at the moment. We'll go trailer board. We're going to leave it at pavilion, attached. Yes. Alright, that's where it's at. We're going to go with a yes on it. Rear lights, design 1, design 2, design 3, design 4, design 5, design 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and back to 1. And we are going to choose design 13. We're, let's see what it says for, no, we're not numbering it. Okay. Attacher type, K80, F3. One's a ball hitch and the other one is a pin hitch. I want the pin hitch. Air hose, spiral, non-spiral. We're gonna go with the spiral. And beacon lights flashing. We're rotating. Where are the beacons at? Okay. Tension belts, orange, yellow, orange plus extension, Yellow plus extension, no tension belts. We'll leave it at the default. Orange. Folding mechanism, yes or no? It says yes. What? Okay. Let's leave that on. It costs nothing. It's going to cost $1,000 for the folding mechanism. Alright. Type of license plate. We already got that. Italy. We want to keep the map plate. Hub color. Shows green. We're going to customize that to carrot orange. There we go. Rim color. We'll go with a chrome orange. And that's it. That's all we can do to it. Bye. Alright, the total capacity and all your grains and so forth is going to come in these big boxes here. So therefore, when our next test will be at a where it puts out pallets, and I want to see what it does there. But we'll have to wait for that for a little bit, for it to give us some pallets. This is more of a bulk setup. So when we get up here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take one of these boosted greenhouses, and I believe it's going to be the mushroom one. I'm going to do one type of mushrooms to see and have it store it. I want to see if there's an auto load feature to this, pick up the different products out of the greenhouses and so forth. And if it does do that, we got something going on here. I wasn't concerned about the bells at this moment. I was more concerned about the pallets and the big bags. So you're going to be able to get either these boxes or big bags of different products and so forth. And the real true test would be, the only reason why I chose canola, because I need some canola in my oil mill to run it. Get some canola going on, canola oil. I might do the same with the sunflower, because I don't have any sunflower. Let's see what happens here. Will it unload it? That is the question. Can we pick these boxes up? No, yeah. I don't like the way it unloads. You would have thought it would automatically unload. All right, that'll work. Alright, it keeps the boxes. Alright. Okay, the boxes disappeared. Cool. And you get money for the boxes. Cool, cool, cool. Alright. Alright, we're gonna put the Yanokis into storage at the moment. Storing mode. And we'll have to wait for some pallets to show up. Okay, where's... There we go. Alright, our next test. This is the true test. I want to see what happens. As you saw, alright, canola, sorghum, sunflower, soybeans, corn, potatoes, sugar beets, red beet, carrots, parsnips, long grain rice, green beans, peas, spinach, sugar cane, wood chips, sugar beet cuts, silage, grass, hay, straw, manure, stones, pig food, chaff, solid fertilizer, grapes, seeds, olives, lime, forage, mineral feed, total mix fashion, it goes back to wheat. So, therefore, it doesn't, well, that's just from this particular mod itself. Alright. Let's do something else here. Let's bring it 82s. Discounted. Oh. We're not going to keep it here. This is just for demonstration. Alright, we bought canola down at the other thing. Porridge. That's what you can buy. Direct buy. Now, according to what I saw, depending on what model it is, I guess. Let's take a look at that back in the shop again. 2400, 2400, 2400, 2400. But it's showing all the products. Cotton, grapes, it's showing that. It's limited to what you can put on there. By the looks of things, you can get peas and poppy and all the base game products, but it's not showing any of the finished products like furniture, clothing, that kind of stuff. It's not set up for that. By the looks of things, it doesn't pick up everything. All right. Of course, we know this. Each one has its own thing. Let's take a look at this one here. It's still limited on what you can auto load. And that, my friends, is in a nutshell. Now, if I go up to a pallet of clothing, and if it loads it up, then there's something more to it than meets the eye on the crops, on that crop scan. And the only way to detect that is to set up a production. And I might just do that. For the time being, we're just going to park it down here at the oil factory. Oh! Wait a minute. Let's look at that again. Here's where we can test it. Alright. Let's go in. Go into our... We also got that going. We know that it's going to pick up the mushrooms, but what we want to do a true test, we'll go here. Let's put this on storage. peas on storage. What's the speed of that? 240. Same with that. Okay. All right. We're gonna also do another test. See if it'll pick up these pallets of canned peas. That'll be the true test. So we want to park this here somewhere out of the way for the moment. We'll get back to this trailer till we get some product showing in the slots there. Worker J is just about finished with this field already. Alright. This field's about done. What the heck happened there? Something tells me. Okay. Worker J has completed the job. Let's go back up here. I will fix this. I don't like seeing gaps like that. Go. We now have poppy planted. Okay, now we want to take a look at something real quickly. We'll see what the acreage coverage was. That would be in statistics. Whoop. We got 64 acres, 64.56 acres of poppy planted. So therefore, that's going to be a big chunk of money when we go to harvest. I'm very sure about it. Let's take a look at the price of poppies. Yeah, in March. It won't be ready by March. It might, maybe. This is November, December, January, February, March. That's 4 months off. I'm not sure on the growth rate of poppy. I don't know if it'll be ready in 4 months or not. I really didn't do a test on that. Okay, we want to roll this field. And that mower is in the way. I'm gonna fix that here in a couple minutes. Alright, I do want to go in this way. Alright, we got water in our rice field again. Like it's supposed to be. Hop into our little APE. Yeah. Oop. And your time is running out already. Let's go down here and get that mower. Nothing like getting caught up around that pole. Time being. We need to get a light on. Turned around here. And I hit that stump. Start right here. We're going to take the swath dropping off. We'll do a widespread. Wouldn't run into trees. Get this initial edge done.